NFL insiders seek his advice. He smack talks Jim Rome. The Fox Sports girls want his autograph. He cheap shots Indomitian Sue. He is the most interesting sports host in the world.
I don't always talk sports. Oh wait, I do. Stay thirsty, my friends.
And with that, welcome to another edition of the Tom Greene Show. This time, finally, we have an NHL show. Before I get to it, we've been meaning to have an NHL preview on this show, or on this set. We filmed about 3 weeks ago the actual NHL preview, but unfortunately, ironically, since this is already on YouTube, YouTube's HD censors or something like that are acting up very seriously. Adam has been trying to film, Adam Dustin, the co-host and my semi-pro photographer, has been trying to get this on for weeks, but unfortunately, YouTube has not complied. There's nothing I can do about it. But anyway, there is something I could do about it, and that is film a show myself, and that's what I'm doing right now. So just for that, I decided to start a NHL bi-weekly, or maybe even weekly segment, who knows. So anyway, with this segment, some top stories. First of all, the Rangers, finally, they're playing at home. Who knew that they were going to play at home? After the renovations of the Madison Square Garden, they finally get their first appearance at home. And of course, all the SI swimsuit ladies from New York are at the game, and I saw that on Instagram, and I'm like, oh, wish I could be there, man. But anyway, the Rangers lost to Montreal 2-0 that game. Or should I say they are the New York Canucks. Why do I say that? Because the Vancouver Canucks and New York Rangers basically switched coaches over the off-season. Alain Vigneault is now the head coach in New York. And John Tortorella, who surprisingly, I'm not sure why he got fired by the Rangers, but somehow he goes to the Canucks. So basically they swapped coaches. But after the renovation, the Rangers still, even though they beat the Red Wings 1-0, or 3-2 in overtime. Anyway, early MVP pick, I think. Tomas Hertl from San Jose. The day after we filmed our NHL show, which hopefully will be up soon, he scored 4 goals in a game. 19 years old, he scored 4 goals. I can't believe it. I mean, put me out on the ice, I'll score 4 goals. I wish. But anyway, the Wings this season. Surprising how the Red Wings are doing right now. Let me look at this. Let me check the standings here on my handy-dandy phone. The Wings have 14 points, which, after 12 games, not too bad. 7-5. But with 2 overtime losses, their record stands at 6-4-2. That's at 14 points, which isn't bad. I mean, right now the running is so close that you can't really tell. You can't really separate playoff teams from non-playoff teams, but still, 14 points ain't bad. So that's not too bad for the Wings, but Mike Babcock even said today, we have to get better. And you have to improve over the season. So hopefully the Wings will get back there. But now, my early sleeper picks for this season. As of right now, let's look at the standings. Atlantic Conference, Tampa is leading. Tampa and Toronto are tied at 16 points. Somehow Tampa Bay is leading. I know, right? Aliens. But anyway, maybe the leadership of Stevie Y is showing some signs of life. Boston and Montreal tied at 14 points along with Detroit. Ottawa stands at 10 points, Florida at 8, Buffalo dead last at 5, and Buffalo only has 2 wins this season. Ugh. In the Metropolitan Conference, Pittsburgh with 16 points. The Islanders and Carolina tied at 11. Columbus and Washington tied with 10. New Jersey, the Devils with 8, where Damian Brunner went to. He was my man with the Wings. Philadelphia and the Rangers tied with 6 points, and the Rangers surprisingly not doing so well, even with Alain Vigneault coming there. In the Central Conference, Colorado, surprising under Patrick Waugh, only has 1 loss, and that 1 loss came to these guys, the Wings. That's right, Patrick Waugh. The rivalry is still on. Colorado leads with 20 points, along Chicago with 17, Minnesota with 15, St. Louis 14, Nashville 13. The Jets, irrelevant in, well, kind of irrelevant in football, kind of the same in hockey, 12 points. Dallas with 11. And finally in the Pacific Conference, San Jose leading with 21 points, Vancouver with 19, Anaheim 18, Phoenix and LA tied with 16, Calgary with 12, and Edmonton, who hasn't been relevant for the past few years, has 8. My early sleeper picks right now, top 4 seeds, San Jose, Colorado, well, the division, well, let's go with just the top 4 seeds. San Jose, Colorado, Pittsburgh, and Tampa right now have the early edge. But I'm going to say Boston comes back, Pittsburgh, Colorado, and Chicago have the top, are going to be points leaders by the end of the next 2 weeks. Hopefully. But, of course, I'm a proud Wings fan here, so hopefully I'm wrong. But hopefully that NHL show will come up soon. But anyway, that is my NHL bi-weekly report for this week. Or this 2 weeks. Who knows? I just had to get something out there for the NHL. So, enjoy the next week of hockey. And go Wings.